As midnight approached on August 26, 1990, Stevie Ray Vaughan was exactly where he wanted to be. Center stage, guitar in hand, surrounded by heroes, family, and 30,000 roaring fans. The night marked the end of a triumphant summer tour with Double Trouble, opening for Eric Clapton at Alpine Valley Music Theater in East Troy, Wisconsin. But it wasn't just any show. It was the culmination of a comeback, not just in music, but in life. At this point, Stevie had now been sober for nearly 4 years, his demons behind him. He had recently recorded Family Style, a long-awaited collaboration with his brother Jimmy Vaughan, set to release in a month. Clapton closed the evening by calling Stevie back on stage for an encore of Sweet Home Chicago. Joining them were Robert Cray, Buddy Guy, and his brother Jimmy Vaughan. It was something of a blues summit, 5 legends trading solos, fully locked into the groove. Stevie's playing was by all accounts electrifying. As Jimmy later recalled, he was just on another plane, and we all knew it. Bassist Tommy Shannon said that the 2 Alpine Valley shows felt like the culmination of all the good times we've been having. This wasn't just a final act, it was a creative and emotional high point for the band. When the jam wrapped around 12:15 a.m., the musicians exited the stage through a rear door. Backstage, Eric Clapton and Stevie Ray Vaughan reportedly talked about collaborating on a future Hendrix tribute, and the idea obviously excited Stevie Ray. Later on, when he heard that there was an open seat on one of Clapton's helicopters returning to Chicago, he took it. He'd originally planned to ride with Jimmy and his wife, but he turned to them and said, "I really want to get back." The Bell 206B helicopter lifted off around 12:40 a.m. The weather was foggy, the visibility was poor. Just moments later, it crashed into a nearby ski slope less than a mile from the venue. No one aboard survived, and the wreckage wasn't discovered until a few hours later, and Stevie Ray Vaughan died at the age of 35. It's haunting to think how perfect everything had seemed that night. He was healthy, reconciled, and inspired. He wasn't clawing his way back, he had arrived. That final performance wasn't a swan song, it was a statement. The best was still ahead. He was ready to go further, dig deeper, and explore new territory, and just like that, he was gone. For fans, friends, and fellow musicians, the loss was devastating. But that final night lives on, not as a tragic ending, but as a testament to what Stevie Ray Vaughan was all about. He left the world with music pouring out of him, like he'd finally tapped into something eternal. Years later, bootlegs of the performance have been recovered, and you can find some of the audio from his final moments on stage. Here is the last solo Stevie ever played on stage. Take a listen.